Give it up right now for Carol Simpson.
Well, I feel for the comedian before me because I also have twins, and you're going to make it. Mine are a decade old now, and every day they still surprise me with just something crazy. And thank God it's good for material because they're sure as hell not cleaning their room. A few years ago, I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer. And luckily, it's the good cancer. And the good cancer. When I was having surgery, I was telling my oncology surgeon, I said, you know, what are the complications? He goes, oh, it's the good cancer. You know, you might lose your voice. And I was like, well, how am I going to teach my kids to drive if I can't scream at them? And I love these glow necklaces because, you know, as you can tell, I'm from the South. I'm from Memphis. And surprise, surprise, I'm not from Brooklyn. And you know, you grow up in the South and you want to be Barbie, and, you know, obviously I turned, you know, not exactly Barbie. I'm a little more like the Hasbro glowworm. So I guess I just have to take that. But that's okay. That's okay. We found out right before Christmas that, unfortunately, my cancer had come back, but it's all taken care of. I'm good. And the good thing about that is when you have cancer over the holidays, here's the secret. You get what you want. So this conference is my Christmas present. I did not want another electronic device that my children would steal just because they've had access to my uterus, they think they can have my iPhone. That is a no. I'm tired of having no charge when I need to call and do something. You also, if you don't feel like wrapping presents, you don't. You know, you can talk your hubby into doing it. Or a friend. You don't have to cook for even the most twisted branches of the family tree. And I like cooking. You know, I'm from the South where we'll take a perfectly normal, healthy vegetable like a tomato, pluck it before it's ripe, roll it in cornmeal, fry it, and call it a side. I mean, you do not get all this goodness from the salad bar, and that's when you're from the South. So I do like to cook, but I didn't have to. And, you know, you even get, and as a mom of multiples, this is like the best. You get more sleep because you can work it, you know, even from your hubby, if you get what I mean. You can get more sleep. And because, you know, they get protective of the goodies. And they don't want them to glow in the dark because you're radioactive. And I don't want it to glow in the dark either because even though I'm a big girl, I really don't want to see this coming at me in the middle of the night. You know, we have night lights. I don't need this. You know, I don't want this moment. I don't want, Luke, I am your father, to turn into, baby, who's your daddy? And so you get more sleep too. And that's a cool thing. Your kids are nicer. You know, you start the guilt early and often. And it's such a nice change because, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I was so totally unprepared for motherhood. I thought it was all smocked dresses and tea parties and mani-pedis together and just they're going to love me forever and I'm going to be perfect. And they're, you know, they're spawn of something that was just not intended and was alcohol fueled. It's just, it's, you know, and I love them, don't get me wrong, I love them, but oh my God. I mean, I think when you hear humorists talk about parenting and childhood, so often it's about, you know, mismatched expectations. And I think my mismatched expectations started when I was pregnant. I remember one day, and this is a true story. I'm not making this. I don't have to make stuff. If you're a mother of multiples, you don't have to make a damn thing up. I mean, you just have to make sure you only tell enough truth that you are not shipped away. And it's true. I mean, if people really knew, it's like, oh God, how do you do it? You're like, lower the bar. And they're like, your standards? No, the bar? If everyone's drunk, we go to bed on time. So, you know, I pull up, and I'm running late, because I'm always running late. And it's for a birthing class, which is funny because didn't people do this for a long time? And my husband, who's very punctual, he's a banker. You know, that used to be cool, and now after the whole financial thing, it's kind of like, my husband's a banker, you know, and instead of, my husband's an ambulance chaser, my husband's part of the fall of Western civilization. But he makes commercial loans. But so, you know, he's there. He's the only man without a female in this birthing class in the South. So he's, you know, not real happy that I'm running late. And I walk in, and he's like, where are you? You know, when he realized I'm okay, we'll give him that. He goes, where are you? Where have you been? And I said, I got stuck in the car. Now, I don't mean stuck in the car like there was something wrong. I just mean I had completely underestimated my girth. I pulled up in a spot, and of course it's under a security cam because that's my life. And I open the door, and I think, and you're going to need a poise pad. I think to myself, if I suck it in, I can get through here. My kids were born 6 weeks early, and they were still 5'12" and 4'9", and I'm only 5'4". I needed my own zip code. I had passed maximum density. I hadn't seen my feet in a really long time. I was a weeble. I actually fell over once putting on my shoes, and I put one leg out and get it on terra firma, and that's when I realized I can't hold my breath anymore because I've got baby from boob to crotch. And the one that I didn't know had ADD wants to wiggle. So I exhale. Well, now I'm wedged. The front of my stomach is against the the inside of the door, and my ass is pressed so far into the jamb of my door, it is like a cheap Christmas ham. I am stuck in this car thinking, oh my God, this is how I'm going to die. So I start trying, okay, I can't go this way. And I can't go this way. So I start sucking in again. But, you know, I'm kind of panicked at this point because I'm late. And, you know, I don't want to die here, people. So I start going, and the whole time just praying I don't hyperventilate. Finally get back in the car. I move the car. And, you know, that's, you know, meanwhile, I've told this whole story to the birthing class, and they're all just in either hysterics, awe, or just in shock. And, I realized, you know, the one good thing that came out of this is it's so important to make other people laugh. And I know in my heart that my 15 minutes of fame is in the Rent-A-Cop Video Hall of Shame. I could get the damn Nobel Prize for, well, clearly not parenting, but lower the bar. If everyone's drunk, we all go to sleep early. I could get the Nobel Prize for that, and yet I know in my heart I have been passed around a room of Rent-A-Cops after 14 beers and a bag of chips. So, thank y'all.